I was born in Boston in 1921, September. I've never had enough imagination to live anywhere else.
Tell me about your parents. What were their educational levels?
They were spectacular people with not much, as Amy Olatunji liked to say, book education.
Yes.
My father, I weep about him often. When I was young, I didn't like him. I thought he was too aggressive and too mean and too everything else. But I think now what kind of crucifixion it must have been to be as brilliant as he was and to live as unrecognized. We come from that time when black people were totally unrealized everywhere. And he came to America seeking opportunity. He had heard about Booker Washington, and he thought that he was going to rise to magnificent. He was going to rise to magnificent heights. And he came there and found that he was tolerated only to be a janitor, and to those who were inferior to him. He worked 2 or 3 jobs all of my life, had menial work, and my mother was even more unfulfilled, because while she wasn't as naturally brilliant as he was, she was raised to be elegant and found herself doing housework and washing and cooking for people because they were white. And their biggest determination was that we should accomplish. That was their biggest determination, no matter how hard they worked or what it took from them. As I look back now, my father was even more spectacular than she. He never smiled. He always required of you. You always had to press on. But those weren't even his children. The boys were children from her first marriage. And
so
he
you
had 2 boys.
Mm-hmm.
And they came to live with him when they were 6 and 8. Their father had died when they were babies. And he loved my brother next oldest than me, because he was naturally brilliant and aggressive. They didn't have to tell him, do your homework, do anything, work, save your money. He did it. And so my father was peculiarly attached to him. He came to be a doctor in Boston when there weren't any black doctors with a hospital affiliation. And he became the first black doctor at Beth Israel Hospital. I've been sick in and out of Beth Israel, about 9 surgeries since I was 24. And every time I go in that hospital, I'm warm.
Yes.
Because I remember that. And every time I look at younger men like Dr. Busan, especially when he first came, I remember my brother. And I automatically love them. My mother found it very important for us to have nice things and nice cultivated manner of approach to life. But my father wanted us to be rulers, and they were in conflict all the time.
So education was very important in your family.
Very important.